Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem Rakah Kadash. I also want to give all double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS that rule well and teach well for giving us 100% truth. Alright, so I want to make this simple, keep it simple, and I'm not going to try to make it too long. But I want to go into this topic. Is going to be grace. Are you saved through faith, through the blood of Yahweh Shai? Okay, I mean, just going into what grace really is. Let's go. I got the definition written down for grace, and grace is grace is actually another form of mercy. Okay, so grace is favor, undeserved mercy. It's a gift, not something of yourself. All right. So Ephesians 2:8, for by grace are you saved through the faith, and that not of yourself is the gift of the Most High. Okay, so we are underneath this grace period, under grace through the blood of Yahweh Shai. But even though we're in grace, doesn't mean gives us the license to sin. Okay, so a lot of Christians think because we're in grace, the law is done away with. Okay, but we understand that the law is forever, and the law doesn't. The law. Let's get that. Let's see. Establish the law. Okay, this is Romans 3:31. Do we then make void the law through faith? The Most High forbid. Yeah, we establish the law. Okay, so the law is not done away with. We still keep the laws to the best of our ability, but we're not being justified by the law. Okay, we're getting justified by the blood. We're justified by the blood of Yahweh Shai through faith in Yahweh Shai. Okay, but through obedience, we keep the law to the best of our ability, because we are in captivity, right? And we are to rehearse the righteous acts, right? Look at Judges 5:11. It says, Judges 5:11, they that are delivered from the noise of archers in a place of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh, Bashim Yashai, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his village in Israel. Then shall the people of Yahweh go down to the gates. Alright. So we are to rehearse the righteous acts. Okay? And keeping the law to the best of our ability is rehearsing the righteous acts. Alright. So let's go to Ephesians. Go back to Ephesians 2:8. We're just trying to stick on this grace. So when it comes to grace, grace is a form of mercy. Okay? It's a gift from on high, and it's not of ourselves. Okay? With faith and all the other stuff, faith, for you to believe in this, Yahweh Bashim Yashai gotta be dealing for you. So to have faith in this, it has to come from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, because not all men have faith, and not all people was given faith, and not all people was given to believe in this ministry and the belief of Yahweh Shai. Okay, so we gotta understand that grace period is not a license for us to sin. Okay, grace is a period to where I'm gonna put this, pretty much giving us a second chance to get right. It's like a grace period with your car. You get like a 2 weeks grace period before you start getting penalties and interest tacked on your loan. So that's just how it is here. So it's not it's not pretty much saying that, you know, the law is done away with. Okay, it's just the penalty of the law is done away with, which the penalty of the law was, you know, because you know wages of sin is death, and you had sins that were you had sins that were punishable by death, which not all sin is punishable by death, but you had some sin that was punishable by death. For example, adultery or witchcraft and stuff like that. Okay, so if it wasn't for grace, we all be unalive right now. Okay, but through the blood of Yahweh Shai, we get this. He lifted this penalty off of us, and we're under grace through the blood of Yahweh Shai. You know, to walk the right way, right? Okay, so grace is a form of mercy. All right, not of ourselves. All right, so let's get an example with grace, because Noah was shown grace. Okay, this is Genesis 6 and 8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of Yahweh. So let's go on this word grace. So outline biblical usage: favor, grace, charm, favor, grace, elegance, favor, acceptance. Okay. So let's go to this root word.
Strong's H2603. Hanan. Hanan.
All right. Outline biblical usage: to be gracious, show favor, pity, to show favor, be gracious, to be pity, to make gracious, to make favorable, be gracious, to direct favor, to have mercy on, to be shown favor, be shown consideration, to seek favor, employ favor, to be lonesome. So in Genesis, let's keep reading. So that's what grace is. Okay, grace is pretty much how you say, undeserving favor. It's undeserving favor, pretty much. It's undeserved mercy. Okay, and it's not because of ourselves. All right. So let's keep reading. And Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth was corrupt before the Most High, and the earth was filled with violence. Let's see, excuse me. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. So this is Yahweh. It's like it. So this is Yahweh telling Noah what's gonna go down. All right. So the form of grace is favor. You know, so Yahweh is showing favor to Noah by telling him what's going to befall this place. Okay? So that is a form of mercy to Noah, right? So he's telling Noah, and the end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence to them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Okay, so he's telling Noah, you know, I'm gonna do this, but you found grace in my eyes, then you found favor in my eyes. You know, so when he said that he found grace, that's a gift from the Most High. So let's go to Hebrews 11. Let's go 11:7. Okay, so by faith. Okay, so we know Ephesians 2 and 8 it says, "For you are saved by grace through faith," and it's a gift. Roughly paraphrased, it's a gift from the Most High. So Noah will believe because Yahweh Bashir Shai showed favor to him and mercy to him for him to believe. Okay? Okay? Being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet. So ain't that a form of mercy? Yahweh coming to you, letting you know that, hey, I'm about to flood this earth. That's mercy, that's grace, that's favor being shown. Okay? And that's a gift. Okay, so Noah was given that gift to believe and have faith and to act on it. Okay? So by faith, Noah being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, moved with fear. Okay? Prepared an ark to saving his house. So even though Noah was given that favor and that grace, he had to act on it. Okay? So through the favor and through the grace, and they're all tying together, was Noah able to act on it? Okay? Because that is the gift, and that's something that of ourselves. So, just like in the times of now, we underneath this grace, and which is, like I said, is favor being shown, mercy being shown to us, that this place, America, is going to go down, right? So even though we getting shown this mercy, we still got to act upon it, right? So when Noah was given the faith to believe the warning and to act upon it. Okay? So he said he prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. Okay? So Noah was given prophecy, right? Let's go to Hebrews. Not Hebrews. Let's go to John 16, because he said that Noah being warned of things not seen yet. Okay, so Noah was given prophecies, right? This is John 16:3. Howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth. For he should not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that shall he speak, and he will show you things to come. So Noah will show things to come. Okay? He was given that prophecy. He was given grace. He was favor was shown to him from the Most High, and he received that grace and that the Spirit to believe and act on it. Right? Let's go back to okay, so Noah, he had, he got the prophecy. He was told by Yahweh that he was going to flood the world, right? So Noah act upon it, right? Now let me see what this precept is right here. Okay, what is it? We read this, 1 Peter 3:20. Which sometime were disobedient, when once the long suffering of the Most High waited in the days of Noah, while the ark was a preparing, wherein a few days 8 souls were saved by water. Yeah, so through all that, only 8 souls was saved. Noah's sons, his wife, and his sons' wives. Right? So, I hope this is making sense. So, fast forwarding to now. Okay, so Yahweh Shai is showing mercy with his grace / favor to the elect. And Yahweh Ratazah, that we are a part of that number. But right now, he's showing grace, by bringing us in his truth and telling us what's going to befall this place. That's an act of mercy coming into this. Okay, not because we deserved it, but that's the act of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai showing mercy. Okay? And showing mercy and giving us, letting us, pretty much putting the Spirit on us for us to believe into this and act upon this. Okay? All this is a gift, not on our own self. Okay, so our ability to do and walk in this ministry in obedience and walking in the spirit, to do this is an act of mercy, because you gotta understand, like John 16:3, it was saying that, let's go back to that. John 16:3. This is John 16:3. Howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you in all truth, for he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that shall he speak, and he will show you things to come. Okay? So through the servants of the prophets, Yahweh Bashim Yahshai set up out here, he is giving us prophecy. He's giving us what's going to befall this place and how to for us to get right. Okay? That's a form of mercy being shown. Did we deserve it? No, we didn't deserve it. Okay? Now this is a scripture that I want to get. I think it's with Apostle Paul, 1 Corinthians 15. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go, right here. So, the water Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. This is 1 Corinthians 15:9. For I am least of the apostles. This is the Apostle Paul. That am not meet to be called an apostle, because I persecuted the church of the Most High. But by the grace, by the favor of the Most High, I am what I am, and his grace which was bestowed upon me was not in vain, but I labor more abundantly than they all, yet not I, but the grace of the Most High which was with me. So, through the mercy of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, Apostle Paul was shown grace, because he was persecuting Israelites. Okay? So that's why he said that. So that's what grace is. So grace is not something that gives us a license just to go sin. That's not what it is. Okay? It's undeserved favor from Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Okay, it's a grace period for us to get right and act upon it, just like Noah acted upon it by building that ark. Okay, now we're active on it. We offering up spiritual sacrifices. We're building that spiritual ark, that spiritual temple. Okay, act upon it. Studying, trying to walk, in the right, pleasing the ways that pleasing Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Okay. So that's all I got. I just didn't want to make it too long, but I hope this video was edifying. I want to say shalom.